Sir, at Rotary, how is training done and what is the important things you do at Rotary and training? How do you link? Because RILA, I think you have been doing. So can you talk about it?
Rotary actually Rotary is a fantastic organization. I'm a great admirer of Rotary. Across the world, and this is the greatness of the Rotary training process. Across the world, training in Rotary starts in the month of December. When you're going to take over in the month of July, your training process actually begins in the month of December. When you get nominated to become the president of your club, in the month of December, all Rotary clubs across the world decide who's going to be the president, who's going to be the secretary next year, etc., etc., etc. And the training process really starts 6 months in advance. So at a club level, you have various programs that the president will be encouraged to attend, the president-elect, likewise the secretary-elect, likewise the directors of the club, likewise the chairs and the co-chairs in the club. So everybody goes through a systematic training program. Now the beauty of the Rotary scheme of things is that you could be in any part of the world and you're going through the same program, same kind of a process. The people who deliver the program are different, but the contents of the program is something that Rotary International spends a considerable amount of time and effort and gets it done. So that's one part of it. So that's a great thing. Can you imagine? You could be somewhere in America, you could be somewhere in India, you could be somewhere in Pakistan, you could be somewhere in Japan, you could be somewhere in South Korea, Africa, you could be anywhere in the world, and you're going through the same kind of a program. So every president-elect across the country, across the world, is going through the same program. That's something which is fantastic. When you go up to the district level, again there are lots and lots of training programs that take place from the district governor-elect to the district board, to the district directors, to the district chairman. They also go through a structured training program. That's one kind of a program that we do to train Rotarians. When it comes to training the lay public, Rotary clubs get involved in two distinct kind of activities. One is to train young people, and this 18,000 RILA that I talked to you about, this 18th of August RILA that I talked to you about for 25,000 children, that's one kind of a program that we run, where we're going and working with young people, we're giving our best to them, and this year's theme is reach within to embrace humanity. And Rotarians and ANs and inner wheel members are actually going to be going out and training people. And that's something which is fantastic. Okay? That's one kind of a program that we do. The second is in vocational services. We train people in different vocations. Now, club by club takes it up and does a different job. So you could do something in the area of IT training. You could do something in the area of training drivers. You could do nursing training. You could do, laying a brick. You could do laying a tile. You could do plumbing. You could do any of these vocational kind of training. So that is another way in which Rotary clubs across the world get involved in terms of training people. Okay, and you're actually changing a whole family's life. Because you're picking someone up and training that person in a particular vocation and giving that person a chance to live a life of dignity. And that's another great program that Rotary and Rotarians are involved with across the world.
Now we are talking about RILA. So how do you think people would get to, some Rotary clubs would like to conduct some RILAs? Whom do they should?
Well, in the district there is of course a district team. The new generation's director this year is Dr. Patel. There is Shashi, who is the chairman of the RILA committee. I'm there. They can get in touch with me. That's one possible. You see, what we've done this year for this 25,000 children RILA, just to spend a little time on that, and I hope a little later we'll be able to show you some videos of how these programs impacted children across different areas. This program is going to be run in 500 schools, in 500 classrooms, not schools, 500 classrooms. Each classroom will have 50 children. Now these 500 classrooms are being run in 100 schools. So each Rotary club is being encouraged to take up 1 or 2 schools. And we will run it in those 1 or 2 schools. So when you actually have these schools running this program, okay, you will have Rotarians going and actually running this program in various schools in Bangalore. So what will really happen is that this way we will actually have a fantastic reach out to young people. Now the course for this program has already been decided. We've been doing this now for the last 8 years or so. And my company, Want to Win, is collaborating with Rotary, and we're giving this entire course. We're giving how do you do the program, how do you get trained in doing the program. All of that is starting. So if you know the members of E-Club or anybody who's watching this program would like to actually get involved and become a trainer, believe me, it's extremely satisfying. Spending a whole day with children, talking to them, getting them excited about their dreams, articulating their dreams, getting them to get the confidence to stand up and say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a policeman, I want to be this, I want to be that. I think it's a great thing, you know. And it's a very easy program to do. It's not very difficult to do, you know. And we've also brought the cost down to some, you know, completely manageable level. The cost per child is just about 10 to 12 rupees. So if a club wants to do it for 200 children, we're talking of 2,000 rupees, which is really nothing. Okay? So it's a great program, and just get in touch with me, get in touch with Dr. Patel, you know, or Shashi, and you know, we'd be very happy to tell you how you can do this program.
Thank you, sir. I think it's been a great talk. I think it's really interesting. I will ask you one question. What are your views about E-Club?
I think E-Club is terrific. I've been seeing the growth of your club, of the E-Club in Bangalore, the first one. I had the privilege of coming and addressing them at the formation stage. And I'm now seeing that the club is, you know, getting on. I've managed to log on twice onto the E-Club, and just to see what's happening. And I think it's a great way to go forward, because yes, distances are getting to be a bit of a bother right now for most of us. Travel is getting to be a bit of a bother right now. So if there is someone, you know, who has relocated either his house or his office and therefore is not able to travel long distances to make it to a physical meeting, E-Club becomes a very good option, either to have attendance or even to join the E-Club. So I think that's a great point. Two, I think, you know, we can't deny the fact that over a period of time, you will have more and more digital natives in the world. You know, we're all digital immigrants. We're all people who migrated into the digital world, and therefore we're kind of uncomfortable with some of these, you know, with some technology. But when you get more and more digital natives coming up, then there is no point in losing out one whole group of people who are comfortable living in the e-world, you know. So I think an E-Club becomes a fantastic thing, and I'm really looking forward to the success of the Rotary E-Club, the first E-Club of its kind, and I'm very sure that it's going to be very, very successful. Because once it is, then it will possibly lay down a model for us in terms of saying how can we actually successfully transition from a pure brick and mortar structure. Now, mind you, the brick and mortar thing will never go away. That will continue, that has its benefits, that has its advantages. But I think to have a hybrid state where you have some amount of E-Club, some amount of the brick and mortar clubs, I think is the way forward. So I'm really looking forward to the E-Club being a huge success, and I'm already a fan.
Thank you, sir. It's really nice meeting you. So, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.